the untamed in the Junction City, where Peter schemed fame, but not initially. Interesting name, it's got the history. Underground tunnels that be shrouded in mystery. All that it is to me, the place that I call home. All that there is to see, places we can all go.
In the studio with us today is Craig Bielik. He's been around Ogden for forever, right?
No, just for 62 years.
That's
Although it might seem like a lot longer for the people who are not fans.
Well, if you've been around Ogden at all, you know Craig. Craig's been involved in so many events and so many committees. And so, you know what? Why not? I think the best thing we can do is just have you introduce yourself.
Oh, well, it's pretty easy. I'm Craig Bielik. A lot of people know me. They see me at events. I've sat on a lot of committees with Ogden.
Like hundreds.
I bet well, not hundreds of committees, like 30 committees or so, but I've hosted hundreds and hundreds of events, and we'll probably chat about those things later. But a lot of people know me by my voice also. Like a lot of people say, I don't know you, but I know your voice, you know. So I've done a lot. I've had a television show with Ogden City for a while called Junction City Today and Crowd Surfing. Just been around, tried to really contribute as much as I could. I was born here in Ogden, born at a very young age. I mean...
By the way, if you don't know Craig, this is going to be a fun interview because Craig has been on stage. You've been a comedian, you stand-up comic, like all over the place, right?
Yeah. I mean, part of the story that we're going to tell includes a revitalization of 25th Street. And the comedy club that's called Wise Guys down there now was once called Laughs. And they were one of the first legit businesses to be down on 25th Street as we tried to bring that back. And that's kind of where I got my stage start. I'd done a few things before that, but
I've seen you there.
It's still down there. But yeah, born right here in Ogden. My dad's from Buffalo, New York. My mother's from Cache Valley. He came here in the Air Force. I have a younger sister and a younger brother. And I went to Ben Lomond High School and graduated by the skin of my teeth.
Like a lot of us did.
Went to Weber State College. I got a degree in marketing and art, actually.
Cool.
So, and then started to work here in Ogden. I first worked for a large chain of convenience stores called Car Quick. Remember Car Quick?
I do remember Car Quick.
Potato logs?
Yeah.
All that.
Fire in the head, potato logs.
Nickels, remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my jobs, was to design the wooden nickels and those kind of things. Because I went to work as their marketing director, which was really, kind of a sign painter and a couple of other things. And then I went to the Standard Examiner, and I was there for 14 years. And then I went to Ogden Regional Medical Center, which is coincidentally the hospital I was born in. So full circle.
Yeah, literally full circle.
It really is. And I've seen Ogden thrive. Like when I was a kid, Ogden was like the place. I mean, very vibrant downtown, things happening, baseball teams and everything else. And then I've seen Ogden sag, downtown sort of decayed, and then along come the mall, and then boom, we're back, and then boom, mall's gone. What do we do next? All of those things.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about some of those things.
Yeah, we can. I was telling you right before I came in that one of the very first committees I sat on, I was actually still with Car Quick at the time, and my boss had asked me to be active in the chamber, and so I didn't know what the chamber was. I honestly thought it was like a torture museum or something. I didn't.
But it's chamber.
I know. I was only 22 years old. He was like, "Do you want to be in the chamber?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, sounds fun." But I joined, and they had a committee meeting in the basement of the mall at the time. This is probably about 84. It was called Ogden 2000, way out there in the future. What's Ogden going to look like in the year 2000? And I was thinking, I'll be 40. Like, what do I care what Ogden looks like? I'll be 40 years old. That's ancient.
I remember thinking the same thing.
Yeah, and they had laid out kind of a plan and sort of a way to get there. I don't remember. There were a lot of our community leaders. I'm sure the mayor was involved and all that. But one of the things I do remember is they said, well, we're going to revitalize 25th Street. Now, Ron, do you remember 25th Street back in that day?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do, because it was a place where I literally did not want to walk down 25th Street at night. Is you talking about like
yeah.
80s?
Oh, yeah.
80s? Yeah, I did not want to walk down there because it was like pretty scary.
In the 70s, so my buddies and I would jump the bus and come downtown and hang out and go to the record shops and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes my mom would come pick us up, and we were absolutely forbidden to step one toe onto 25th Street.
Yeah.
But I had a friend whose dad had a grocery store down there, so we would sneak down and see him, and he would let us sweep and, break down the boxes, and he'd give us soda and chips and stuff like that. Well, one time Mom caught us there.
In the store?
Yeah. Okay. On 25th Street in the store. And because she was driving to get us, and she came a little early, and she saw us in there. And I was grounded. Still am.
She must have been really mad.
Mom's fairly anyway. I mean, it's been 48 years. No, and there were men at the table, men and women, and they said, hey, we're going to revitalize 25th Street. There's going to be restaurants. There's going to be stores. There's going to be, boutique shops and things like that. And we were all looking at each other going, I don't know what you guys are smoking, but please pass it on.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
And I recall that they had opened a new restaurant down there. I think it was called Aldo's. And the guys on the committee said, we want everybody to go to Aldo's. Okay. Put your money where your mouth is. Go have dinner down there. So my wife and I had just been married, and I don't think we even had any money. We probably went down and had soup or something, But we went down there, and it was an experience getting into the restaurant at 8:00 at night, and is an experience getting out of there. And when I told people in the community, oh, there's a new restaurant on 25th, and we went, and they were like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, 25th Street? Yeah, right.
But it happened. Roosters, and like I think I mentioned the comedy club Laughs at the beginning, and lots of other people down there, Joe Packham and other people. I don't want to mention a bunch of names because I'll leave somebody out. I don't want to hurt a
church. Yeah.
But a lot of people really worked hard, and I joke a lot about Ogden, but I love Ogden.
I do too.
And I don't want to be. I think it's a fantastic place. I really do. But it's been interesting. You remember the downtown being bulldozed, the mall coming up, shiny fun. Everybody's there. The mall going down. Yeah,
and it was the place to hang out. Like if you were a teenager and stuff, there would be people down there. I mean, the mall just really revitalized it. It made a huge difference. People were coming down to go to the mall all the time.
Right. And I remember when it died, I was on other committees too, and everybody kept saying, we've got to get a new mall in there. We've got to get an outlet store. And the mayor, it was probably Matthew Godfrey at the time, he kept saying, guys, we've tried, and they're not interested. And there's a reason that the mall didn't make it. I mean, there were some management concerns and stuff. I don't know anything about that stuff. But he said, what we've got to do is we've got to get people working and living downtown, and then the businesses will follow. And we were like, well, who wants to live downtown?
Right.
Put up a 5-story apartment building in downtown Ogden. Who's going to live there? The ones that have a 4-year waiting list.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Those kind of things.
It's really funny how you look into the future and go, oh yeah, now it's all here, but that back then, could not. It was just like crazy even to think about it.
No, it was crazy. I've had a chance to be part of a lot of events because of my voice and my personality and the fact that I can sometimes memorize a one-page script. I've been asked to host a lot of events.
Sure.
And I remember I hosted the opening of the Ogden Amphitheater, which was exciting. And look at what that's done.
Yeah.
For down here. I've hosted the opening of Christmas Village for, oh my gosh, probably 20 years. I've been on the Christmas Village committee 20 years.
Which is right across the street from
right across the street, right over there.
Yep.
Looking very Christmas at the moment.
No, well, yeah, we've got a big window so we can see out there. And
it's kind of funny because I'm also on Pioneer Days committee.
Which we just got done with.
Exactly. And I said, I was at a city meeting the other day, and I said, you guys, I'm on Pioneer Days, and I'm on Christmas Village, and I've decided Pioneer Days is too hot. Christmas Village is too cold. So I'm proposing we move Pioneer Day to October and Christmas Village to March. And
how'd that go over?
Are you guys so happy with that? Well, I joined those two committees because those were two very fond memories of mine.
Yeah.
And when I joined, both of those celebrations were pretty close to being shut down. And I wouldn't want to take credit for it. I've done my little piece. But there were people that came onto those committees that were really enthusiastic and felt the same way I wanted to, and they revitalized it. Ogden Pioneer Days is a top 5 rodeo in America now. And when I tell people that, they're like, whoa, how many rodeos are there in America? Like 4, I'm like, no, there's 600.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I just went to it last night. So when this is released, like this is in July 24th. So I was at the rodeo July 24th. Amazing. It was awesome. Except for the rain happened on the yesterday, but it was awesome.
Well, we wanted the rain to make the mud in the arena. Some of those cowboys were going home a little too clean.
Yeah.
So we wanted to make.
You solved that for them, didn't you?
Yeah, but I saw that happen, and I was really happy about that, because really, it was kind of looking sad for those 2 celebrations, and I thought, that's Ogden. This is what Ogden is about.
Yeah.
And they've been fun committees, but they're hard committees too, especially Pioneer Days, because we talk about Pioneer Days in the rodeo, but Pioneer Days is actually multiple events throughout the whole month. A couple of concerts, 2 parades, all these other things. But I've been happy about those things.
Wait a minute, there's 2 parades?
Well, the Horse and Hitch Parade.
Okay.
Which used to be held on a different night.
Okay.
And then the regular parade. But this year we combined the Horse and Hitch Parade with the other parade.
Okay.
And then we used to have a children's parade.
I know. That's what I thought. I didn't see that this year.
Yeah. Well, participation just died out.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but over the years we were not getting, more than a handful of kids. And, it's not a parade if you don't have a lot of people in there. I have ridden a horse. I ride a horse one single day of the year, and that's in the Ogden Parade, and I am there thanks to the 2 V's, Velcro and Valium.
Is this my town? I love this place. Can we get down? I love this place. All day. I love this place. I love this place. I love this place. Is this my town? I love this place. Can we get down? I love